Welcome back to Bike Extraction. Today we dive into the Honda CG150, a bike that carries the DNA of the legendary CG125 but stretches the formula further. For decades, the CG name has meant reliability and simplicity. Now Honda is asking riders to trust a bigger engine, modern safety upgrades, and a retro design with a premium price tag. But here's the real question. Can the CG150 live up to that legacy while offering something truly new, or is it just another commuter in disguise? To understand the CG150, you have to understand the CG125's place in motorcycle culture. Since the 1970s, the CG has been more than just transport. It has been a companion to workers, students, and families across Asia, Africa, and South America. It was rugged, forgiving, and easy to repair in the most basic workshops. When Honda decided to build a 150 under the same badge, it wasn't just building a bigger commuter, it was challenging decades of history and expectations. At the heart of this new model sits a 150 cubic centimeters, single-cylinder, air-cooled engine. On paper it's modest, but in practice it's a meaningful step up from the 125. The balancer shaft is a quiet revolution here, reducing vibrations that used to numb your hands on longer rides. Pair this with the 5-speed transmission instead of the CG125's 4-speed, and suddenly you have a bike that feels calmer at 70 to 80 km per hour. This makes highway stretches less of a chore and gives the CG150 a broader personality. It can still crawl through city traffic but doesn't feel limited when the road opens up. Design is where Honda has played the boldest hand. The round LED headlamp, alloy wheels, and semi-digital meter pull the bike into the present day. Yet the chrome fenders, flat seat, and exposed engine keep it anchored in the past. This hybrid identity is deliberate. Honda isn't targeting only daily commuters, it's reaching for younger riders who want their bike to be a statement piece. It's rare in Pakistan to see a commuter motorcycle also marketed as a lifestyle object, but the CG150 walks that line. If there's one upgrade that changes the way the CG150 feels, it's the braking. A front disc brake combined with Honda's CBS system makes stopping more predictable and controlled, especially for riders moving up from drum-only systems. On wet roads or sudden stops, the difference is night and day. For a bike intended to carry the weight of daily commutes, this is more than a spec sheet upgrade. It's a genuine safety net that can save lives. The suspension setup is still simple, but tuned with city realities in mind. Telescopic forks up front and twin shocks in the rear may sound old school, but Honda has improved their damping to handle potholes and uneven roads better. The long, padded seat offers comfort for both rider and passenger, turning what could have been just a solo commuter into a family-friendly machine. If the CG125 often left pillion riders sore after long trips, the CG150 addresses that with real comfort improvements. Fuel economy has always been the CG's strongest card, and riders will immediately notice that the 150 doesn't sip fuel the way a 125 does. Real-world figures hover around 35 to 40 km/L. For some, this might be disappointing, but what's gained is broader versatility. That extra displacement means quicker acceleration when overtaking, more stable cruising on highways, and the ability to carry more weight without the engine gasping. Honda is betting that riders will accept slightly higher fuel bills in exchange for a more capable machine. The styling deserves a closer look because it represents more than cosmetics. The matte green tank with gold Honda badging speaks directly to nostalgia, while the chrome highlights nod to the classic machines of the past. It's a commuter that dares to look special. Park it outside an office or cafe, and it carries more presence than the average 125. In a market where most commuter bikes look interchangeable, Honda is offering something with personality, and that emotional connection may matter as much as the specs. Finally, the elephant in the room, price. At peak AR $459,900, or around $1,650, this isn't an entry-level commuter. It's a premium choice in the 150 cubic centimeters class. Some will argue that you could buy a 125 for much less and still get Honda reliability. but others will see the CG150 as an investment in comfort, style, and pride of ownership. With installment plans starting around PKR 18,779/month, Honda is also acknowledging that riders may not be able to pay outright. In the end, the CG150 isn't trying to replace the 125, it's trying to create a new category, a commuter that's